Jason went back to his room feeling nothing but emptiness. He is used to being rejected by people wanting to adopt. No one wants a 6-year-old stinking boy, with flaky scalp, and dry and itchy skin for a son. Mindy, the social worker handling Jason's adoption, is having a hard time matching him to couples. There were instances when couples took a chance on him, but he was always sent back to the orphanage. All of them said that he has one alarming and unhygienic trait. Jason does not take a bath. He's a kind-hearted and bright kid. The only bad thing about him is his unpleasant odor, but Mindy cannot blame the child. A year ago, the orphanage was in the brink of financial ruin, which led to the management letting go of several people. Heavily understaffed, the orphanage welcomed volunteers to help take care of the children. Sally was one of the volunteers who was assigned in Jason's floor. She was charming and exuded a vibrant aura. The people running the orphanage praised and thanked her for all her hard work, despite being just a volunteer. But little did they know of Sally's true nature. Whenever she is alone with the children, she turns into a wicked and sadistic person. If she is not immediately obeyed, she hits the children with anything within her grasp, which may be a shoe or a broom. She also throws them things much to her delight. There were instances that she slaps the children on the face. Sally finds gratification and satisfaction when she sees the children crying and begging her to stop. But the worst act that she did was when she bathes the children. Since the orphanage is running low on budget, the consumption of electricity and water was limited. Sally thought of a twisted plan. During bath time, she puts water on a 70-gallon plastic drum, and submerges the children one by one. All their dirt are accumulated in the water, making it dark and murky. Most of the time, she forcefully pushes the children's head into the water. She always laughs when the children shake or wiggle their hands upwards, trying to free themselves. But she experienced extreme pleasure when Jason takes a bath. Before submerging inside the drum, he always cry and plead not to immerse him fully, because he is having difficulty breathing. Sally always promised that she'll not do it, but she does it anyway. One time, Sally suddenly covered the drum while Jason is bathing. He tried to remove the cover but she was too strong for him. Sally just kept on laughing hysterically. She was still holding the cover when Mindy and some of the social workers came rushing in the bathroom. Apparently, the children can't stand Sally's maltreatment anymore, so they sought the help of the social workers to put an end to her madness. They didn't inform the management at first, because they are afraid that if the volunteers are gone, the orphanage will close completely, and they will have nowhere to go. Mindy grabbed Sally's hand while the other social workers restrained her. Some of the children helped Jason to get out of the drum. Since that incident, Jason was afraid of taking a bath, or even washing his hands. Most of the children got over what Sally did to them, but Jason is still traumatized. No one can make him take a bath. He would rather stink, than to relive his nightmares all over again. Kathy screamed as one of her classmates grabbed her cell phone from her hands. The librarian immediately approached them, while the other students in the library glared. Her classmate returned the cell phone, and she ran quickly out of the library. She went inside one of the empty classrooms. She sat on a chair and cried, holding her phone to her chest tightly. She told herself that she must not lose sight of her phone at all costs. A week ago, Kathy did not care much about her cell phone. She's annoyed by the texts and calls of her parents, whenever she is out with her friends. She usually just put it inside her bag, or simply turn it off. But one fateful day, Kathy wished that she has her phone on her. She and two of her friends are strolling in the mall. They're going inside different shops, and fitting several dresses for the coming holidays. They got tired and decided to eat in one of the fast food stores. They were eating when Kathy noticed two men looking at them, who appear to be in their late 20s. They're wearing leather coats and jeans with matching sunglasses, which is odd. She didn't mind them, thinking that they're just looking around. After eating, they continue going to the other boutique shops, but the weird and suspicious thing is, the two men seems to be following them. She informed her friends about the two, but they don't seem to care. The mall was about to close when they decided to go home. Her two friends were already picked up by their respective parents, while Kathy is still waiting for her father outside the mall. Then out of nowhere, the two guys from earlier approached her. Kathy freaked out. The two men are forcing her to come with them. She struggled with all her strength. She stepped on the foot of the guy grabbing her, then ran to the trees beside them all. She hid in one of the bushes, holding her breath. She was looking for her cell phone to call her dad, but she can't find it in her bag. This made her panic even more. She checked her pockets, but it's not there. She searched the ground desperately. And finally, she found her cell phone lying nearby from where she's hiding. Feeling hopeful, she immediately reached for it. But to her utmost dismay, the phone's battery is dead. She cried in fright and most especially, in disappointment. The men saw her and hurriedly ran towards her direction. One of the guys grabbed Kathy and punched her in the stomach. She was losing consciousness when her dad, together with some mall guards, came to her rescue. Apparently, her father kept calling her when she wasn't in their meeting place. He got nervous and asked for the help of the mall guards to look for her. Fortunately, they managed to find her in the nick of time. The two guys were arrested and questioned. The police learned that they are notorious for kidnapping girls and selling them online. When Kathy regained consciousness, she was on a hospital bed, with her parents by her side. She hugged them and cried. After that incident, Kathy swore to have her cell phone always by her side. Everywhere she goes, she has her phone hanging around her neck. It is now her lifeline.